clean shaven, I was probably a year and a half ago.
I've probably been clean shaven 3 times in the last 10 years.
Worst case scenario, probably slitting my throat and dying.
I know a lot of people have been worried in other competitions that we were going to cut ourselves or cut a finger off, but I'm pretty sure in this one, somebody's going to bleed.
Hey everyone, Jaren and Mark here, as well as one of our photographers, Cody.
Hey.
Well, it's competition time again, and this month it's all about the straight razor. Now, Cody has volunteered to take the place of Jaren, who just could not be parted with his beard.
What can I say? I love my beard.
Well, we both like our beards too, but we put him on the line and went old school with this shaving competition, so let's get out there and see who bleeds first.
I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna cut myself, just mostly around the neck area. I trim it probably once a month. This is probably a month and a half.
I shave my neck about every 3 days, and then I trim up the beard about the same time. I personally have never used a straight razor. I've been to a barber once and had a professional shave.
I've never used a straight razor. A little nervous.
So the razor I picked, rather than being a fixed blade, it's a disposable version of a straight razor, which is kind of interesting. It's really nice because then you don't have to buy a strop.
So the razor I'm using today is the Dovo Solingen. It looks like a pretty nice blade. Looks really sharp.
You just pull out the guard, snap in a new blade and put that in. I feel like it's a little less threatening too than seeing a big giant blade. Other than that, it feels real nice. It's very light because it's mostly just aluminum and plastic.
I'm gonna beat Mark because I'm just a better shaver.
I don't care if I beat Cody or not. If I do, yay. I think he's got a huge advantage per square inch. I feel like I am much more beastly and I have a lot more neck hair, which again, like I said, I'm gonna take my time so he could finish an hour ahead of me and I will applaud him all the way.
3, 2, 1, go!
So starting off, I thought I would go for the shaving cream first and get that ready because I thought Cody would start prepping his face. And then of course he ended up going for the shaving cream too, so we were fighting over it a little bit at the beginning. I splashed some water on my face to start prepping it to get wet, to be able to shave smoothly. We just had the bucket of water, or the bowl of water, so I splashed it on my face and then I tried to hold the towel, hot towel, after soaking it on my face to allow the moisture so it wasn't really dry. So that's pretty much what I did to prep my face.
Okay, prepping the face, I ran up there, put the towel in the hot water, and I thought I was just gonna be able to throw it back on, but it was soaking wet and I didn't want to just cover me in water. And so I jumped to the soap, started doing that, and got in Mark's way, I think, a little bit, but came back to the rag, put it on my face, got it all warm. The water wasn't as warm as I would have liked.
Getting the shaving cream ready, I wet the brush and then I wet the cup. And then I grabbed some of the cream and got it mixed in there. I could see it wasn't collecting very much. It got in the bristles. So I had to go back and scoop up quite a bit. I think that helped me out because I had a nice lather going and I think Cody actually had to go back and reapply.
Grabbed the cream and dipped it in there. And I thought that's all I need, just a few dabs. It just wasn't what I thought it would be. It was more of a thicker substance that you need a little bit more. Well, I put the razor first on my face before Mark did, and it was kind of scary, just trying to get it right. But once he started going, I got the hang of it, and it wasn't too bad.
The first stroke was really hard because it was right above my sideburns. So I could feel the blade catching on those longer sideburn hairs. It felt awkward to have my hand over my head and I felt like I wasn't holding the blade right. In fact, I think I was holding it perpendicular to my face, so at like a 90-degree angle rather than that 30-degree. And it was just scraping sounding. It wasn't actually cutting. So until you actually get that 30-degree angle, you're actually cutting the hairs, you're not doing anything but making noise and freaking yourself out.
The cheeks were probably the easiest part. Just the stretch didn't really work so much. I think I got a little carried away with the water and the soap, and it was just kind of slipping as I was going. So I ended up just not even using my hand very much.
That's different.
So starting out, I started with shaving my cheeks. Again, I tried to pull the skin taut like we were trained, or they showed in the training videos. I didn't find that was very helpful. I feel like using my facial muscles to pull taut my skin was fine. The cheeks were really easy. They're big, flat areas, so it wasn't too much. The trick was just getting the 35-degree angle rather than holding it, 90 degrees or whatever. That angle is really important.
Why I slowed down the most, I think I didn't have a clear strategy very well. Like once I got done with here, I was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? And kind of just started going at whatever. And that's where I think Mark caught up a little bit. He was very structured, and I was watching him a little bit. You could see parts coming off. I did realize that he had a much better lather on his beard than me. So I did go back and try to get a better lather, but it wasn't really working out for me.
The chin was very difficult. That for me was the hardest part. It's really thick for me through the chin. There's a lot of contours, and so it was very hard. I had to slow down, take really little strokes, wipe the blade clean often. But by that point I had a little bit more practice, so it just took some time working through and getting it all cleaned up.
When I nicked myself, I really didn't even realize it until I'd start seeing blood, and so it wasn't painful or anything.
I had high hopes that I was not going to cut myself in this competition. I thought if I went slow enough and carefully enough, I'd be okay. But it ends up happening anyways. You don't even realize it until the blood wells up. You're like, well, there it is, and I nicked myself. So I saw Cody was close. I thought he was gonna win it. He rang the bell though and hadn't put on aftershave, so I saw my opportunity.
Mark reminded me that I have to apply the aftershave. So I got that, started putting it on, it kind of took my time, and realized Mark was rushing to try to beat me here, so
I just threw some in my hand, slapped it together, slapped it on my face once, didn't rub it in at all.
Throw it down, hurry, barely beat him to the bell, and got the win. W.
Putting that aftershave on, that was the Home Alone movement. It still kind of burns. I think that's like an aloe-based one without alcohol, but I mean, you're running a blade across your face, you're scraping your face clean of hair. It does tingle the skin. And
I'd recommend everybody just to try a straight razor. They're pretty sweet. It's something new that you don't really try that much, so try it out.
I have to say, there's something about shaving with a straight razor that makes you feel more like a man. You have that badger hair brush, you lather up your face, there's more danger involved, and it's a pretty cool process. A little bit more involved, but I can see why people like it.
So, Cody was our winner. Congratulations. Good job. It's nice to see my substitute carrying on the tradition of beating Mark.
Says the guy who didn't even participate. But really, I'm just happy that my beard has grown back in.
Well, if you want to give a straight razor a shot, check out what we have here.
Or even if you prefer your over-the-counter safety razor, consider trying a brush or a premium shaving cream.
Also, even if you don't shave, you should pick yourself up a strop.
Yeah, those strops will put a wicked edge on any knife.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you stay tuned for next month's competition for a giveaway with kitchen knives just in time for Thanksgiving.
See you then.
There's just something about having a straight razor in your hand that just makes you feel like a 1960 thug that just walks around and shaves his face all the time. I don't know.